So, local bike shop. Should you support your local bike shop? Um, there's this idea that in order to be a good person in the world, in order to save the bike industry, we need to support our local bike shop. But it's hard to do, isn't it? As a consumer or a cyclist, or uh, it, it's you really have to have a person or somebody in that shop that you trust, for one. Um, and then second, you really have to like what they stock. Um, and if you don't have one of those two, it's really hard to support your local bike shop. Um, I actually, being someone who runs a shop, or who ran a shop, and who also works in local shops now, I've actually always found it to be pretty annoying to support your local bike shop on moral grounds, meaning that regardless of who's working at that shop, regardless of what they stock, support them anyway. Which sounds to me like some sort of um, like charity. It's like I don't quite believe in that. Um, I don't quite believe in affirmative action for the local bike shop. It's like, let the local bike shop rise to meet the occasion, and if the local bike shop truly is irrelevant, it's irrelevant. They there needs to be something else. Something else needs to exist. And in this day and age where we have online retailers everywhere, it's making it very difficult for an online shop to be um, a legitimate retailer. So what it's coming down to for a lot of shops is they either have to staff the best people, which is really hard because how do you, if you're not really a high volume shop or doing high ticket bikes, how do you support um, a good wage to a bicycle mechanic or bicycle retail people? What makes it worth it for them to come work for you? And it could be that, I can't get in, I don't want to get into all the reasons that you'd find shop employees like that. Um, or two, you would have to just start stocking everything everyone's asking for. And anyone who's ever run a bike shop knows how difficult that is to stock the right thing in the right quantities, and charge the right prices for them, have enough margin on that thing. It's never easy. So the local bike shop is in a very tough place, and so is the customer. And it's honestly always surprises me that local bike shops still do thrive, considering the challenges, especially because of online retailers. But when I'm at a shop, what always, what never seems to surprise me is regarding the why of why people come into a bike shop, is the personal conversation and the personal interaction, the acknowledgement of one's existence. Both ends, I think, both for the customer who comes in and just wants to talk and see and discuss and, you know, just shoot the wind, or just or understand something that they had heard about online, and the value it gives to the shop employees, shop owners, to have the conversations with a real live human being. That is an irreplaceable, I think, um, piece of value that a local bike shop has over the online retailer. So if relationship is not the bottom, like somewhere in the main uh, mission statement, said or unsaid, of a bicycle shop, if it's not in sort of the bones of the people who work there, just the desire to connect, then I think that bike shop should not be supported. uh, Definitely not on moral grounds. And yeah, you should go do something else. There's always something else. You can always. I mean, I saw a dude on the bike path the other day. This guy is so inspiring. He's sitting there with little cactus leaves, and he's just got this knife, and he's just chopping off the little spikes off of the cactus. And after riding by him this past month, I finally stopped the other day and I said, he's just off of this bicycle path and behind some neighborhoods where there's a lot of homeless encampments. And I'm like, hey man, how much? And he, put out a handful of cactus that he had um, deep prickled. I don't know what the word is. And I'm like, yeah, he's like $5 for this much, and you can put it in these kinds of dishes. And I thought, yeah, I mean, I love cactus burritos. I love it with, there's a lot of ways to eat cactus. And I was like, man, there's no such, with people like that, there's no such thing as I don't have a job. But yeah, there's a lot of fear these days. There's a lot of distrust. And the thing is, that is the trust is about the only asset that a shop really needs to get started. I think once trust is built, then a lot more of the correct or of those sustaining interactions are going to occur. The the shop owner might start stocking the things that you're asking for because he cares about what he's talking about with you. You're gonna maybe hold out maybe a little bit more so that they can get what you're looking for, because it's a relationship now. So yeah, I'm sure it's been said before, but I just wanted to address that. Without relationship, without conversation, without trust, yeah, there's no LBS to support.